Ghostface Killah's son. This is a prime example of just because your parents got money, don't mean that you're going to be well established out here and end up having money like that. Because at the end of the day, this is your parents' money. Now, it is a ugly look when you see somebody's son or a kid living in that car or living on the street, and you like, damn, that parent is a millionaire or rich, or should I say, it seems to be that they're very successful and rich. We just know Ghostface Killer as, you know what I mean, Wu-Tang Clan, you know what I mean, having multiple albums. We don't really know his financial state. We also don't know what the son did. We don't know that. But we know one thing. We know that his son is now speaking out about, you know what I mean, what's going on right now. So we about to find out right here now.
Everything was just, bro, I'm talking about down, bro.
Going through it.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I started living in my whip. Niggas ain't know, bro. I would do a show. I would come on right before Meth and Red. I'd come on, rock the show, mad people, right?
Go crazy.
And then I ain't got a hotel room. I go right to my whip, park behind the venue because that was the safest place. Knock out, you know what I'm saying, until the next what's the name, and then I'll just ride wherever they was going. If they was flying, I was riding. You know what I'm saying? Like I done traveled the world just in my whip, bro. I traveled mad different states. I probably been to every state in the motherfucking country.
So you was just driving with?
Bro, I was doing Uber because I couldn't really pay, you know what I'm saying? What's the name? But I'm like, yo, well, I'm not about to go to the crib. So I would just like, I would go to different states, do shows, and that's when I started to do the Meth shows.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of people thought I was at like the highest moment of my life.
You made it look good though.
Made it look, I'm a, what? I'm the best at that, you know what I'm saying? Like word up, you got to. When you're going through it, there's no time to, you know what I mean?
Because they don't care.
Nobody cares, bro.
They don't care when you're going through something. So there's no point even showing them that.
It's no point, bro. You lost all credibility. As soon as you say something.
You didn't tell them you was going through that situation?
No.
That was the pride.
I mean, yeah, it was pride, but guess so. You gotta understand, bro, like when you grew up and your source of what a man should be is from youth coaches, from YouTube, from professors, and then from all of your peers, it's not really much places that I could go to, you know what I'm saying, as far as for help. You know what I mean? Like I always felt like that. Like if I would have went to my mom, she would have gave me her last. So I'm not doing that. I'd much rather just roll through the mud, you know what I'm saying, and look at me now.
You know what, man? I'm gonna be real with you. I respect you. I didn't understand the story, and I couldn't understand why he was homeless and whatnot. It looks to me that dude have a mindset of, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to look at my pop or my mom and depend on them, knowing I'm a grown adult. I like his mindset, but I also think too. See, this is something I think as a parent, it's kind of one of those. It's a tough position to kind of be in because I look at my son and I'm like, I would never let him live in his car. But then you also can look at some kids and say, damn, that might be the best thing for them. It will make them wake up. Ah, it's tough, man. That's why I can understand why he probably did not go to his pop. Because he know his dad would probably do anything for him. Most likely he probably would. You look at the picture, you can see they were standing right side by side. And he also put his son in a good position by him performing with other entrepreneurs and other singers and rappers. I say entrepreneurs, other artists and whatnot. He will only be there if it wasn't, you know what I mean, by Bandits Pop putting them there, Ghostface putting them in a certain position. But it just make you think, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Mm.
Is that you, Alachi?
Welcome to Up Close and Personal with Elijah 301. And today I got Supreme in the building. Staten Island's own Supreme.
Yes, sir.
The son of Ghostface Killah, legendary Ghostface Killah from Wu-Tang. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. I'm glad that you're here.
Appreciate
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. Every day above the ground is another blessing. Word up.
Tell me about Staten Island growing up, especially. You might, I'll put the disclaimer out. I'm sure you've done a bunch of interviews and a lot of people have asked you about your father. So I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm not gonna ask you those questions.
Word
I'm
up.
still gonna ask you those, and however you choose to take the direction of the questions, we go from there.
Yeah.
But being born in Staten Island, New York, and to a legendary rapper, especially with the collective Wu-Tang clan, Ghostface Killah. How was that growing up in Staten Island, especially with him being your father?
Yeah. Well, just growing up in general, bro, I feel like, a lot of people in inner cities, we learn almost the same thing, you know what I'm saying, impoverished neighborhoods and stuff like that. Growing up with a celebrity as a father, if I'm being honest, it was bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? Because it got its pros and it got its cons. You know what I'm
Talk
saying?
about it.
Everybody know you because of your pops. You know what I'm saying? But then again, a lot of people assume that everything is picture perfect because of my pops. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I may be struggling just as much as the next man, but it doesn't seem like that. So I got a hold. So we already know that men is not good. You know what I'm saying? We ain't allowed the space to be vulnerable and shit
Of
like that.
course, of course.
So it's like when you add that on top of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, all right, bet. Let me just keep my mouth shut.
You know what's sad about this is? I can understand now when I be seeing like these celebrity kids now when they grow up and they say, "Yo, the relationship between me and my parents was not the best." And you look and you say to yourself, "But they famous." But then you start to realize as you get older, just because somebody famous has nothing to do with being a parent. It just doesn't. And I realize I'm not even famous, but just being a parent, I'm like, yo, I can see how. Two, being a parent and being a celebrity, that means you outside all the time. You on the road, you traveling, you doing all type of things. You got nannies. So your interaction with your kids is not going to be the same as a person that's going to a 9 to 5. It's just not because you're going to have a lifestyle that is very accommodating to make the world look at you as you made it. And this is the sad part when it comes to the kids. You made it, but at the same time, you have not. Especially when it comes to your kids, because they're gonna feel neglected. And it's something in this dude's world that made him feel neglected.
Just roll with the punches, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, with him being your dad, your father, was there any pressure for you to become a rapper?
A rapper,
To kind of follow his footsteps as well,
yeah. I always say it was never no pressure. That's just the way I know how to express myself.
naturally.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like, honestly, I'm nice, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like on some shit. Like
And I
I feel,
did hear you.
yeah.
I did my research. I'm like, oh, he nice. He
Yeah,
rap. Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very confident, bro. And I feel like if it was for me to make it in that light, I feel like I was supposed to be there. It wasn't really pressure on some like, oh, you gotta do this because you gotta fill in the footsteps. I feel like I was supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like if that was to happen, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna stop this right here. If you can go to the channel. You are really seeing the channel of in the beginning. Um, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. I like the interviewer. I like the way he's interviewing Ghostface son. He's not one of those overbearing people that's just asking a question. You're like, damn, dog. Like, at least give the person you interviewing a little bit of an identity. Let him be able to let the people know in the world of who they are. And I like the way he's interviewing them. That's love right there. But at the same time, I take my hat off to this young man. I take my hat off because you can tell that he has a good head on his shoulders. You can tell that he had good parents in his life. But at the same time, we all can fall short on life. You know, it is what it is. All right, man. Y'all like and subscribe. Hit me with that hype button.